Look at that here. Hmm? Oh, thank you. I didn't even know I'm online already. The light just went off. And two. Wait while the instrumental is coming. Oh, thank you, Camilla. Thank you. Let's set the instrument right, please. I'm trying to do some technical work here, man. Don't let you know that. Can you see me clearly? Probably maybe not. Oh. Mhm, 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 mhm. Trying to do our instrumentalist is not coming in on time, so let me do the lightning by myself and make it. Don't know why it's not working anyway. I still don't know why it's not working the way I want it to work. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. All right. Happy Sunday to you, everybody. Mm. Yeah, you are welcome, everybody. While we are still setting the instrument for the instrumentalist to come in, please bear with me, please. And for you today, we have the whole day to ourselves, for ourselves. I'm just trying to bring out the best of instrumentation, the best like you never seen before. Okay. So I'm sorry for that delay, and delay is not denied. Mhm. We are trying to do some engineering work. This is a church where I do so many things for myself by myself. And the reason I do that is because so that God sees everything. Know that I'm trying to make best of. All right. So how many people have seen the record we asked for on this platform? Because I came online, I asked for the record we done, that if you can get it, this platform will be very happy. Now, thank you everybody. I just want to know how many people have seen the copy of Tanimola we said we are looking for. It's a big money, you know. It's like 10K. I mean 200K in Nigerian money. And I don't know US dollar, but in pounds, 100 pounds. And that is how we're going to do it. That is how we're going to do it. You know why it's happened like that is because we need to always keep account of everything we use on this platform. We need to keep the account of everything we use on this platform because we are not doing this thing for today. That is one thing about SustainableG platform. You see that after 2 years, when I come online, I talk about what we do so far. And that is how we do it. You know, that's how it has been. So please, it's not compulsory you come on this TikTok. So I don't expect people that will be calling, sending this thing. It doesn't make sense. This place is for chosen one. You understand? It's not for everybody. So if you want a platform where they talk something you like, go there. This place is not for everybody. It's for the chosen one. Those who are ready. Those who are ready. Please, I beg you in the name of God. Those who are ready. It's not for everybody. Not everybody that God called, and not everybody that God will use. You see, many are called, but few are chosen. So I don't expect you to come and listen and be flagging us down if you don't want God to flag you down. I know what I'm talking about. Because you think that you are doing it against this work on the work of God. But you are doing it against yourself because this platform is purposely made to save people, to help people, and to bring back the legacy of the fear of God in the mind of the leaders, not you followers. Because I know most of us, it's not our fault. It's because the way we are, the trauma we are passed through is still in us. And that trauma is in me too. So that trauma is what makes me fear God more than any one of you. Yes, because I believe that if I don't fear God, I won't reason along and think along with people for what they are going through. You understand? And the reason why you can never see me going on anybody's platform and talk against somebody, because I want to take responsibility for anything I do, responsibility for anything I say, responsibility for all, so that if I am wrong, I can say sorry. And if I'm right, I will say, yes, I'm right, I told you. But all things depends on time and season. It's all about time and season. Because if I say it now, and I come now, I begin to defend myself. Who does that? Even in the house of the Lord, he said, plant it now and harvest it later. So it's not a surprise to me that so many people agitating Yoruba will free, Igbo want to be free, but I always tell them that time and season works together. You may want to be free in your mind, but your mind is not free. You may want to go, but your mind have not gone. And even if your mind have gone, the Lord Jesus Christ allow you to go like that, just like that. See, when the Lord restore the captivities of Zion, we are like those who dream. Those who dream. It doesn't return that captivity within a year or within one generation. He restore it for so many years of languishing in poverty, languishing and pain before he saw the captivities of Zion. And why am I saying this? Because I know that so many people will say, hey, it's not that easy. And that is one of the reasons why this platform is for the leaders. Leaders are the father in the house, the government, the mayor, the king, and their followers. And many people will say, why? I've told you the reason, because I belong to the Adeyemi family. And God did call me to come and do the work of healing in the church. I told you, if you want to do healing, there are so many ways you can heal yourself. Healer, heal thyself. There are so many ways you can bring yourself out of problem. You have doctors there. You have medical doctors. And there are so many platforms online who do traditional healing. But that is not my call. Naturally, the word of the Lord heal. The word of the Lord heal. Bible heal. Because I never see in the Bible that Jesus Christ went for this thing, despite the fact that he was tormented. He showed them the scar without the healing. The healing is done while he was in the isolation. So I want us to know that the presence of God is deeply here and you must feel it. Now, what are we going to talk about today? Just the same thing. The three wise men. We discussed it before, and we said that the three wise men are the people that saw the shift and they want it to happen. But there is a king, Herod, who believed that this thing would never happen. So you should know that right from day one, the power of darkness, the principality and power, they don't want to any good things to happen. Even ourselves, myself, I don't want any any good things to happen to the world if it's going to affect my well-being and all those things. Especially if it's going to change my location, all those things, you know. Then people now begin to look, you are okay, you are comfortable now. All of a sudden, you now begin to move to maybe London, this thing, because of what? So nobody likes it. But that is the best civilization. Everything that inconvenience us make us complete. Everything that make inconvenience us make us complete. God will never make you without stripe you naked. And those that will do that have already been sent. That's why all the smear campaign, projection, all those things will be many. If you are truly with God. And if you know that you are truly with God, you don't need to answer. Time will answer all your questions. You see, people read about Jesus Christ, parable Lazarus and the rich man. The Jesus Christ that told it, but up to now, it's still very relevant. We have done that on this platform. The parable of rich man who sees abundance and think that I will now be enjoying myself. And then God say, now today, your life will be retrieved away from you. You don't own your life. You don't own the land you are living. The abundance is supposed to give glory to the Lord for giving you. So you are believing that I've arrived, SustainableG. That is not how to make life. That is why every glory is given back to God. Who am I to talk? Who am I to say this thing? I believe that if God, that's why I would tell you that God is using anybody as a vessel, as a transporter to transport the good news to the people. And no matter how you try to relate that to anybody, we all know that it's the presence of God that is in me, that talk through me, that talk through you, that make you do whatever you want to do. Sorry for the lightning, it's not that bright today, but I try to do it, but it's not working. It's not working. Pharaoh, let my people go. Let them go to their promised land. Jehovah Lord is warning you. Let my people go. I told you that the Egyptians, it's not the Egypt they are talking in the Bible like that. The politicians, the looters, the embezzlers, those who have taken you for granted, that you see you are no longer going to see them anymore. Who is going to fight for you? It's not who you like or who I care, who I like. You see what is going on? Venezuela. You see what is going on in Nigeria. You see what is going on all over the world. And when we tell you that let's pray for the leaders, you say, why is he praying? Why is he that this thing? Why must he pray? You play music? Yes, I play music. Thank you. Must he play? Yeah. We must pray. We must. We must. It's a must that we must pray. Because if we don't pray, then we don't know what we are doing. You don't know what we are doing. When we say let's pray, that dangerous Dangote. Now Dangote has been dangerous to the whole world. But for the fact that what I'm praying for is that accident. Let the leader care for people. Let the leader have people in mind so that the accident will not keep happening. You are making money, but the life of people are in danger. Does that make sense? It does not make sense. The making of the country, that Nigeria, the Yoruba land, is ability to learn and to adapt with what is good in every culture. Every culture. That's why I told you the reason why you what you call colony today, that they colonize us because we believe that these people want to educate our people. And that's what we call civil servant today. Before you can be a civil servant, you must be learning. You must be obedient. You must trust and obey your leader. That is how civil servant comes in. And does it help the situation? It helps. It helps the situation of the world. The civil servant help the situation of the world. There is nowhere all over the world that there is no government workers, and they are civil servants. So why are they servants? Why are they not called civil workers? So because some people will say, "Is I heard in some program that some people say that it's Adeyemi family that sold all the slave. It's what we do that we emulate, that people emulate from us. What we do that people emulate from us. The king don't just ordinarily become king in the empire who have warriors and powerful people. Because he served his way, he served them one by one. You think that the identity of the Adeyemi of the king is by saying I'm this one. No, it's because he served them and he allowed it to go so that he can get there. Egbo story Ghana now. You hear about the story of Ghana. Ghana is richer than Adeyemi, very influential than all those things. But because he can serve an ability to understand emotional intelligence, how people think, how people feel, to the extent that he has to go pretend like a woman to those that will help him to fight God in that Oyo empire. And those warriors, okay, fight God because of what he has planted in that place. That's why he can go there. That you see, this man don't allow me to rule. Why am I saying this? So that people will not just be saying that, the king in Oyo or Adeyemi, all these things, they are the one that destroy. They don't destroy. They are able to see beyond this now and tell you that it's going to be okay. Yoruba land is going to be okay. Who will help you? We don't know. But all I know is that it's connected to Jesus Christ. Because that is the only truth. Jesus Christ said, I am the truth, life. Whoever come unto me shall not perish, but live everlasting life. So the legacy of those people have gone down the drain. Yesterday, I say, let the king, let the president of Nigeria, please, for God's sake, immortalize Adeyemi, Lamidi Adeyemi name for what he has done in that country, Nigeria. Because I know if it is Hausa on other this thing, you will appraise them, you will appreciate, you even this thing. But this man died. He was just buried like you bury a chicken. It doesn't make sense. You don't know the impact of Adeyemi and your empire. That Yoruba you speak, go beyond the life. And the name Adeyemi, let me tell you something about that name that I bear, that so many people bear, is because of the identity of pain before gain. So the name simply means I deserve crown. I deserve to be crowned. SustainableG deserve to be crowned for what he has done. So when I present my recognition that I've done this, I've told you to do this, I've told you to do this, because I believe that I deserve to be crowned. And that is the identity of Adeyemi to you. It's not about fight on being a warrior going to war, because that is part of it. Remember, the name of the man, Arole, that first died is from Adeyemi lineage too. They are from Oyo Empire too. He died because people betrayed him. They betrayed the king in the name of what? In the name of what they want to gain from terrorists. Because terrorism has been for a long time. That Kwara state, most of part of Kwara state belongs to Yoruba and belongs to Adeyemi family. Up to Kogi and Benin and most of the district. But because when terrorism comes, people begin to find a way to do this thing. And the same thing happened when British came into. But for those who can wait upon the Lord say he will renew their strength. He will renew their strength. Why am I saying this? It's because he had renewed their strength one way or another. I'm speaking on behalf of people I never meet when they are alive. Why am I speaking on behalf of them? You think I'll be preaching just the way ordinary people are preaching? If we don't say the truth on the altar of the truth, we cannot see solution to that country, Nigeria. Because in the altar of the truth, I've told you, the church of the Lord is a court where people talk about their problem, and their problem, they will go down, they will begin to open the file, and by the time cross-examination comes in, there are some leaders that will go down the grade. Their history will ever go down the grade. Despite the fact that you have been mentioning them for long years. They are not deserved to be mentioned. They have destroyed my people. They have not allowed my people to go, and they make a gate that you cannot pass through this boundary. This is your limit. And that is how they did it. But I never believe, and you yourself, you know, the intention of Adeyemi is, and all the king in Oyo Empire is not like that. Why am I saying this? Because I knew when we are growing up, Fulani that you talk about, they were not that wicked. They were not that stupid that they would not see these people, and because they even give things freely, because they know that the land belongs to Lord, but the king has power and priority over the land. Day before yesterday, I came online. I said, why is it that Anglican Church, Baptist schools, these things schools, that was given freely by the king? Why is it that now everything has been privatized and monetized in that country called Nigeria? And you want things to be solved easily, because some people can have education based on, so if the life is based on material thing, money all the time. They say, how are they going to be financed if the church give free this thing? Are the people not paying tithe in the church? Are the rich man not going to church? Oshibajo, the vice president, the member of a church, is he not paying tithe to that church? I've gone to church, I've paid my dues, I've paid my tithe. So I don't see people during that time. How did they manage the church? Is it not the same thing? The same resources that they use now is what they use now, or what they use then. And the church go conveniently. All the rich men you see all abroad, even including Dangote, they went to free schools, without disparity, without differences. And people, the children make uniqueness out of where they come from. The children of the king, the children of the chief, the children of this thing, they were equally in the same school without knowing. I went to the school that the children of Alafin, Lamidi Alafin went to. If I begin to mention the school in that Oyo town, people will say, so you know these people like this. We are not that close, but I went to the same school with them. We sit down together, we relate together, we know we are family. So how come now the children of the king now go far away? And you have been to UK, you have been to this thing. I've talked to several people who are the children of the king, and you will never see them like the children of the, even to the mayor of your area walk around you as if it's just ordinary people. So what's wrong with the system? What's wrong with us? Something is wrong with our mentality. And what is wrong is because we have glorified ignoble thing. If all you believe is money, the life, the percentage of people that what you see that as a progress in that country, even that how Baba Awolowo did in that Nigeria, it's not about money. It's about what we deserve. And I remember, I keep saying this thing, and I'll be very assertive about it. When they came, that Awolowo said we should eradicate Yoruba, all these things, finally. Alaafin rose up and said no. And he called Alake, called all the king that this Yoruba is only thing that remains. You have taken all the land. You have taken all what belongs to us in the name of building church and building social amenities. Adama Shinda, all these things, but don't take our identity, our culture away. And this is the home of the prophet, because how I believe is that all the Adeyemis, they are all prophets. Those who fight empathically for people, who don't put themselves first, they are prophets. I've told you, even if you are a medical doctor, you put people ahead of yourself. Just like Jesus Christ, you are a prophet. Whether you like it or not, it doesn't mean until you begin to pray, hey, before God can say you are a prophet. Anybody that show that empathy to the world, then God can even give you the key to their mind, because He can trust you. You are trustworthy. Why do you think that I'm doing this? Because God has seen that this guy is trustworthy. I don't care. I'm not more than this. I don't care about myself. I care about developing self and others. And when we talk about self, when I talk about my family, Adeyemi family, I grew up where this thing, then I'm talking about myself. Then when I now bring it to the fore, it's not only Adeyemi that is only in the Nigeria this thing that have the land. What about Ujale? He died now. His name will still be forgotten. They forget his name. Whereas maybe Tinubu reigned for 4 years or 8 years. His name will be forever in the record of this thing. 8 years for the identity that doesn't belong to them. It is identity of the people. The mandate that was given to him is by the people, not because he holds the land. The land belongs to the children of the land. We are the son of the soil. And that is what I'm trying to say to the world. Now, is it not sickness or mental health that even when you want to be something in life, you don't go to king anymore. You go to your prophet in the church. But before everybody knows that if you are a musician, before you can become anything in that country, you have to go to Adeyemi. And that is what I'm still doing up today. You have to go to them and they acknowledge you that, oh, you're a musician, play for the king, let him dance. By the time the king is dancing, I know the king, the queen in England will call you. They will call you in USA. They will call you all over because you have made accredited your name in your own home. Wọn á lọ jó fọba. So ẹ má jẹ́ ká da ìlànà rú. If the foundation is wrong, let's look at what makes it wrong. I don't say you should not believe in Jesus Christ. Though, are you telling me that the Baptist, the Methodist Church, Anglican, Catholic Church, they don't believe in Jesus Christ? Why are they different from others? Because the foundation they have laid is what they are still following up to today. And you cannot tell them don't go to Christmas because they will kill you there. They know those who kill, they know those who raise. You are not the one that will tell them that though during the Christmas they should come to church, they should not go back to Nigeria to celebrate Christmas because they know that there that is where they belong. Why am I saying that? We have been so divided by Christianity, and that is not what Jesus Christ presented to us. He said, "Ìpìlẹ̀ tí Jésù fi lélẹ̀ léyìí, tí bàbá aládùúrà ń tọ̀, kẹ̀dá má ṣe rò pé mo yẹ kúrò níbẹ̀, mo dúró lé Kristi àpáta. Kérúbù ẹyọ, séráfù ẹyọ, àbí ìpìlẹ̀ lélẹ̀ lórí òtítọ́, àbí ìpìlẹ̀ lélẹ̀ lórí òdodo. Ayé bú Mósè àwọn áńgẹ́lì, Ọlọ́run mẹ́ta lọ́kan, ẹgbẹ́ ọmọ ogun ọ̀run ti gbọ́ àdúrà rẹ̀, Ọlọ́run mẹ́ta lọ́kan." Let me tell you, if the President of the United States, His Excellency, President Donald Trump, did not say what he said, the military and Bola Ahmed Tinubu and all those who hold on to the Nigeria governance, they will not do anything up to now. They will still be looking how people die. The problem that Nigeria have is the smallest problem that the whole world can have because we know ourselves. Despite the fact that we are almost 300 or 300 million people, we know ourselves. We know ourselves. That's why I do something about DNA and the identity. When I see my people, I know them. You don't need to talk. The way they will talk, I know that these are my people. Look at the life of Fela Kuti family, Anikulapo family. You will know their identity are unique, even in Ogun State. And that is how the lineage had been, because they know that when you lie, they know where you are lying. When you tell the truth, they know. And you cannot tell them where they will go. They will not go to church and be lying in the church that, Jesus said you should marry one wife and this thing. If the pastor says something they don't like, they will come against it in the church. And that is the identity of Adeyemi family too. They will either stay by the gate. That is why he said, I prefer to be a gatekeeper, to be tending the house of the Lord than to be in the altar, pulpit, lying and deceiving people. And that is what my great father ever done. When I went out with my grandfather, I will be showing me this, what we have given out, this thing. And my grandfather, I said, why are you at the gate sitting down? You are the gate man. Yeah, gate man is better because you see all the children who come to church and those who didn't come to church. You will see all the children who are okay and the ones that are not okay. You will see the pastor and everybody, the attendance, they don't mark the attendance that time. But my grandfather understood if people came in and they don't come in. So no wonder when I came to UK, I began to go throughout the church to see the number of people that came in, and I began to pray about it. I didn't even know that it's in my DNA because one of my grandfather have been doing it. That people don't come to church today. Why? What happened? This thing and the feeling, empathy they have for the house of God, the seal for the growth affect the generation that comes after it. Because if not, I don't know why am I doing all this thing. Who am I doing it for? Is it for material gain? But it's because it's a generational weight. It's what the foundation that Baba Adeyemi have left for me that people know that he used to do. The church didn't. By the time they complain on Monday, they will go out look for those. What's happening? Why we don't see you? That is the type of evangelism they do, and they will go to each and every one farm. We don't see you in church yesterday. What happened? Don't forget that we were having the harvest in so time. By this so time, the harvest should be this thing. What happened to your cassava? What happened to your yam? What happened to this thing? Why are they saying that? Because they are trying to bring church closer to people closer to church. The nature of every man is the church. That's why Jesus Christ said, I'm the husband of the church. We are the church. If you have church mind, people will know in your environment. Your neighbor will know you have church mind. So you think that I'm joking when I come online, I say it's only empathy that can make the president of the United States to win, to make a legacy. Empathy, feelings for others. Because so far you know that you are the president of a world leader country, and you feel for everybody. Your impact will affect the leaders, others. So that when they do well, they don't need to come to you and disturb you. People don't need to jump into the boat and come in and be killing themselves in the sea because they want to come to USA. Meanwhile, not that the USA people are not okay, on the citizens they are not okay. They are okay, they are feeling fine. But people you have helped are okay, are feeling fine. The politicians feed fat on people's money. They give a little bit of it to the king. King marry so many wives and believe that he has arrived. But he has left this pain and suffering for the next generation. Now, that give works to so many pastors, so many evangelists. God said they should go and preach the gospel. He does not tell you to go and pray and pray and pray and break the wall of Satan. Let the Satan build his house. Whichever the house the Satan build is meant for God. After all, with all what he did for Job, everything was returned in double fold. Everything. So which means that Satan has no inheritance. So they say this thing, don't disturb yourself about God kill Satan. God is never going to kill Satan. Don't disturb yourself about the enemy. Disturb yourself about your friends. What type of friends do you have? What type of life are you living? They save me from my friends and from my enemy. I will take care of them. So if you say the president of the United States is an enemy to Nigeria growth and development, those you have been dealing with over more than so many years, are they not the enemy of the development of Nigeria? Because we have been dealing with some France and other country, EU, all those things. Like we are trying to say they will develop us and we develop ourselves, but they don't develop anything. So somebody that will help the world to grow will never look like it. Sustainable G will never look like somebody that is ready to do anything. If that is the case, I won't be saying what I'm saying because I know it's the identity of God that what you don't know, what you don't think, who you don't think can help you. That is God for you. You see somebody that put gold, put this thing, you know that he's rich, he can help you. Then that is not God. That is identity of Satan. Satan is the only one that need to prove himself that I'm rich before he give you money. God create things. God work in a marvelous way, in a miraculous way. So if my prayer on this platform is to be answered, and God say, now it's time to fight for Yoruba agitation, all this self-determination that they are doing in Yoruba, by sending Trump there to fight for them. Who am I to say? I'll just tell God, let your will be done. And all my prayer on this platform is more of you, God, less of myself. More of you, God, less of myself. People don't like that prayer because it will make you look stupid in the presence of people. But if Jesus Christ can pray that prayer and be successful, and all the disciples who had even betrayed him die along with him, crucified along with him, because they want to have eternity, they want to live forever, because they have known that this life is fake. So why can't you pray the same prayer? Because by praying that same prayer, you are becoming God over your environment, over your thinking, over the way things go around you. And by doing that, you just see the kind of transformation you never see. I know so many people that have even cut down relationship with me. When I say President Tinubu should be your leader, I came online emphatically saying that help this man to be your leader and Nigeria will be better. The kind of drastic change that is coming to that country, if not for him, this change will not come. This change will not come because so many people have seen the star. The three wise men, they have seen what is going on and they are coming in the name of helping people. So that is why I don't blame Trump coming. I don't blame EU coming. I don't blame China coming because this same thing that I've seen so far ago that I was telling them is what they are seeing now. And they are just aligned with the purpose of God. Ó ní ẹgbẹ́ ojú yín sókè ẹ̀yin ẹnu ọ̀nà, ká gbé yín sókè ẹ̀yin ilẹ̀kùn ayérayé. Lift up your head, O ye doors, and everlasting gate, everlasting door. That the King of glory shall come in. Who is this King of glory? The Lord mighty in power. So they are just saying it that, oh, Dangote have already finished this thing, is going to do another one. So are you telling me that if Dangote have done the food company that can feed the whole of Nigeria, you know how many people that will japa back to Nigeria that, oh, I have my own house, why am I suffering like this? They say, why are you saying this? You are a prodigal son. You have a house, you sold it, and you come to Europe. I've told you, you have acres of land. You sold it because you are just paying back what we have given out. I've told you, Adeyemi family had a lot like that before. We still have land. I myself, I still have land. But then we we give a lot because we want people to develop. That you don't develop, you are coming to another country, selling what belongs to you. and you still get there, hardly you can even buy a plot of land. Hardly you can even buy a plot of land. Why can't you face your leader and help sustainability to face your leader to say, no, what this guy is saying is right? I've told you that if you can see 10 people like me, that Nigeria is not only Trump that will rise up. Even the House in United States, they will say, no, enough is enough. Pray out, let my people go. You think it cannot happen? You have gone to people that can help you, they cannot help. They were not there to help you. I've looked up to people, up to friends, they cannot help me. Why can't you look up to God? You bring petition to UK, to Westminster, they just look at it and drop it somewhere. And I told you that this petition you are bringing, a time is coming. I will invest my energy on this thing. It's not about anybody. It's not about UK. It's about Jesus Christ Himself. When the Lord restored the captivities of Zion, if the Lord is ready, everybody will be ready. Whether they like it or not, they will be ready. If the Lord say, "I'm ready," please help us fly. Help us fly. If the Lord say, "I'm ready," you think UK will say it's not ready. You see China now. You see EU. So why do I say President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should be your president? You think that I don't know that omniscience God, the God who have power, ipa tó borí ipá, agbára tó jagbára lọ, authority above all principality. Because I know there is principality and power. That is the realm, the echelon of power. So great that you cannot even say you are there. I've been to office of High Commission. I see how it go. That these people are no go area. But when Jesus Christ say yes, nobody can say no. Nobody can say no. Trump is coming. You can't stop him from coming. Most papole kapaki. Prekamo kakalaka ida kasedaba. Brefo makalaka ida. Damo semo kalaka ida. Brefo makuhada. Ramo sende jaida kama kalka yaida. Brevose mase danta taida tako. Leke tenke yadaba. Brefo moke ida. Emma polon wa. Ọlọ́run bẹ láàyè kò dé yí padà. He changed not. It doesn't just ready. It's not ready for you guys. But when it's ready, all of you will sit right. All of you will sit right. The trumpet has sounded already. And those who know should be very careful. It doesn't care about what you have in your account. All what he needs from you is your own truth, absolute truth, your transparency. If that had been the case with Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he will not have problem. I've told you that the president, on the leader, on the local government chairman, that cannot be on TikTok for 10 hours to cross examine the next election will never enter. You will say that's what SustainableG say. 10 hours, not 2 hours, 10 hours. For you are just sitting there for the whole day. Whether it's a day to elections, on a month to elections, you have to do that. That is what God has written that. You know, that you cannot stay. Thank God, Donald Trump have already started his own cross-examination. He had come online. But he's not ready to answer question online. Until you begin to answer that question, people will throw question, how are you going to do it? How are you going to be this thing? You will answer it from the most vulnerable. You answer people on wheelchair. Say, hello, sir. See who I am. See the way I am. How are we going to be changed from this thing? So that's where we know you have the empath. You are empath. You are the one that can lead us. You want to die for us just like Jesus Christ died. Because people, they need fresh blood. They have been beaten by vampires. They want to smell fresh oxygen. They have been beaten by the zombies of this world that make them think like if they don't have brain. People need you. People need me. How are we going to be free from all these things? See who we are sent to the hill. Who we are sent. People with the plain mind and play out. If Bola Ahmed Tinubu is at that plane, he will win this battle. He will win this battle. If he has not beaten by any forces, join the court that call themselves government, he will win this battle. But if the leader of the court, they are the one troubling this thing, the shift will shift everybody into their yearly grave. That is the shift. Because there is not how the shift will happen that the world will not hear about it. Most leader, most prophet, most pastor, their history will be erased because of what God tell them to say, they don't say. They modify, they edit. What God tell them to do, they don't do. They modify, they edit what God tell them. So if we go to school of counseling, that let's do this thing, when you want to talk about this fire, don't say it this way, don't say it this way. But God say, I'm unaddicted. The way I want you to do it like that. The way I want you to say it like that. Kata kata, lọmọ ń wí lójú bàbá ẹ̀. Bẹ̀ bàbá ẹ̀ máa ń fàyọ̀ gbá ni, pé tó fẹ́ sọ lélẹ̀. That is God for you. That is originality of God. But everything now have been coded into message. Why do you think that they say Jesus Christ is mad, is unstable? I think they even said the same thing to Trump. It's like Trump is unstable when he said they should go to Nigeria. So Nigeria, are there not people living in Nigeria? He said, man's step is directed by the Lord. How can a man understand his way? How can you understand his way? How can the president understand what he's doing? When he said it's with God. He said, when your way pleases the Lord, he make all your enemy right with you. So even if Trump will be enemy to, but it's not my enemy. I never see everybody is helping me. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is my helper. Trump is my helper. Even all my enemy, they have helped me to grow, to understand my own lapses, weaknesses, and strength. If not for my enemies, I will be talking boldly like this. You don't know who God is. You don't know how God works. If you know how God works, you know that the function of Satan and enemy you mentioned, let's assume that the terrorists were wiped away and my people live at peace. Even if there is nothing the president of Nigeria can achieve, he achieved peace. Because it's written in the book of Isaiah 60. It says, my people shall all be righteous. The glory of Lebanon will be restored back. All what the enemy have stolen away from that country will be restored back. So you don't want that. I hear some people saying that, why is it Trump want to come? Why is it everybody that want to help Nigeria want to steal? Everybody, every damn body. If you see anybody that say want to help you, healer, heal thyself. You cannot help yourself with all the resources you have. You are expecting somebody to come and help you. What you want? Those that we call, is it not the same thing that happened? When British came that time, they say they want to help. They see what they bring with their proposal, and we see that it's right. By developing self and others, we go, they go. Pounds then is smaller than Naira. Naira is more weightier. And the kind of electricity, the kind of development that time is so much amazing that even Liver Brothers, all these things, they moved their company to Nigeria. And during that time, most people that came to educate themselves, just like now, they went back home to lead their people. They went back to Nigeria to lead their people. Part of them is Awolowo. Awolowo went back home to lead their people. All the Akitolas, all of them went to school here. Even Fela Anikulapo Kuti. That is why I keep saying that. Don't listen to these people. They were to scam you because education is Boko Haram to some people. Not because it's all Boko Haram, because there's something there, equation that is never balanced. How can you come back home and say your thing is no longer that? And where you get your education, you're supposed to copy it wholeheartedly. Respect your king, give the land to those who hold the land, and let those who will lead for 8 years, 5 years, be like a manager to you. All since that time, it still passes in this country. You see how they treat their children. When you go to care home, when you go to care home on this thing, you see how they treat their people. Even they are not okay. Let Nigeria treat their children who are not okay or who are an imbecile to you. They will treat them like trash. They will lock them up inside the room. Whereas these are the set of people that the king used before to gain emotional intelligence. What is a spiritual emotional intelligence? By gathering people that is less privileged and make yourself free their pain. Then the king will understand God through them. Why? Because after he had done that, we have so many of them with hunchback, abuke, and the function of abuke, what is it? Is to be babalawo or to study this thing. I've told you the story of Awoli. You have the king, Alaafin of them, and how the Awoli become a legacy in Lagos State. The state of Lagun is a state of legacy because of the good doings that this Awo did. So when are we going to restore back the glory, the lost glory of that country? Well, let me tell you, those who call Fulani the S-men, they always change. They are not after the land alone. They're after your mindset. They're after everything that belongs to you. Your culture, your everything. They want to eradicate you. They were not sent by ordinary people. They were sent by principality and power. And when I talk about principality and power, I know what I'm talking about. When you talk about principality and power, what I'm talking about is who sent them, who empower them. They are all about principality and power. So what I'm saying today, Nigeria, we have pray and pray and pray. This time is the time of harvest. And you know, when I told you how harvest work, you don't need to complain that you are right. You are not right. Leave the harvester to do his work for you. You don't need to fight for your right. That you know we are the owner of the land, stop want to take our land. Which land, which king can claim that this land belongs to us? All the land belongs to politicians and to those who have that money to control your mental state. But the time that the land belongs to king, how many people know that the king just have the culture of identity of integrity over the land and the power to talk to people about who he is and on the pain that brought about the gain that he gained. Ẹ̀dá kò lè sọ kíkorò àgò, olùgbàlà mú kẹlẹ́ṣẹ̀ lè. Ẹ̀dá kò lè sọ àgò, olùgbàlà mú kẹlẹ́ṣẹ̀ lè. Ẹ̀dá kò lè sọ kíkorò àgò, olùgbàlà mú kẹlẹ́ṣẹ̀ lè. Let me tell you something. The identity, let me change this tape. The identity of every winner is their scar. Ó ní àmì wo lèmi yóò fi mọ̀? Ìwọ ló pè mí, àmì tó wà ní ọwọ́ rẹ̀ àti ẹsẹ̀ rẹ̀. The identity of every, I don't know why this thing is sounding like this today. The identity of every winner is the scar. I know you have passed through a lot, but you don't need to complain for your right. I want to say this is our right. What sovereignty do you think that Nigeria have? When I started the theory of our first time, you think I don't know her. Look, I told you I'm just like a computer. When God say continue to say this thing, I will continue to say because I know God is driving me towards something. Olúwa mọ tí ó ṣe, ó mọ tí ó ṣe, ó mọ tí ó ṣe o, ayé mi yóò bí dára. I know God is driving me towards something. When we start the harvest time, happy harvest, contaminated harvest, and here is the contaminated harvest. I know many of you have started jubilating. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is trying. This thing is trying. This thing, I say, hold on. Focus on what God told us to do first. But mind you, it seems strange to so many people when you talk about God because they don't know God. They don't know that God exists. That is why I always tell them that whatever I am now, it is by your grace. It's by God's grace. It's by God's grace. It's by God's grace. If I want to change my platform to platform where I would say something, you see, this is this thing, this is glasses, it's £6, I will have made a lot of money online by selling. But this my mouth,
I change it from sweet potato to something that will be bitter fruit, that will tell you what you need to know and how you need to know it. And I care much about people's feeling. But what is more important is that our feelings must not overshadow the truth. Wọ́n ní tọ́mọ ìyá méjì bá wọlé tán bá rẹ́rìn jáde, wọ́n ń ṣeré pa ni o, wọ́n ti bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ tó jó tọrọ. That means if two families member, they come into the house and they went for discussion and they are laughing out, that means they are still scamming themselves. They are deceiving themselves. But when they go in and they come out, everybody bone that that thing that my brother told me is truth. Then something need to be done. Something need to be done. That is Nigeria profile for you. That if two members of the same mother and father go inside the room for a discussion and come back and say, hey, just a simple thing, just a simple thing, we have settled it. They don't talk about good matter. Mind you, when I talk about the Oyo Empire, it cut across all the West Africa, even America. Whether you like it or not, we have America legacy. Oyotuji is in America, South Virginia or something. I've never been there, but I hope to be there one day. That is the part of empire. What about the Brazil? Some part of Brazil. And what about so many other places? So how can they reconnect to their source if we are not even ready to change? So is this all about mind shift? To understand what leadership truly means. Thank God, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is rich already. By doing 4 years, you are rich already. The next 4 years is for you to find your purpose in life, to lay a legacy of what you need to be, sir. Whether your history will be forgotten, because all these things will put the name of all these leaders. Abacha this thing, MKO this thing, we are going to erase it. MKO is even okay because it will have been the best leader. It deserves to be, because one thing is that it never ruled. Had it been a rule and the life is still like this, we don't need to remember that kind of life. We don't want our children to remember bad time in our life. Everybody knows that. We don't want our children to remember the time that so many people died, 3,000 people in the country. And you still want to make a legacy on the blood of on the land of the living. Somebody now came in that if you don't do it within social, if, that is hypothetical. If you don't do this thing, I will come in and I will destroy all those people. And if all those people will destroy, then what next? Abuja, get ready. Because no, we won't allow Trump to just come to Nigeria like that without even paying you a gift. Let my people go. Let them go to their promised land. Let the poor breed. Let the poor breed. And one of the people that supported, loyal, went on fasting, because if you enter, I know things will change, Brother Ahmed. But the reason why you can't sustain that grace is because you are not a Christian. You are not a Christian. You don't know what is called communion. I told you yesterday that the reason why Trump is doing that thing is because I told him in the spirit that I should intervene. Despite the fact that I made a flyers about it. I sent it on TikTok that why you should be intervening. Modernized, mechanized agriculture belongs to me. Supposed to be Adeyemi this thing. Now you relegate Adeyemi in the history of Nigeria, and you want to make name in that Abuja. You can't make name without the name you relegate. You can't make that name. You can't make that name. Let's wait and see How do you want to make that name? Lamidi Adeyemi died. No visit. No nothing. Then another king came in. I don't know the kind of connections, but I believe the legacy of our father. I'm still making my legacy now. How are we going to fail? So I'm not talking about them. The legacy of that sexy agriculture still belongs to me. It belongs to me. It does not belong to the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And they are just using it. That's how you use all the land. You use everything to program people that you are the one doing it. And even the Baptists, the Methodists, the Catholic know the impact of what the king have given, the impact of what Adeyemi's family have given. And up to today, the best of public school in that Yoruba land that carry the image and fear and judgment to people are the Baptists, Catholic, Methodists, all these things. Not new these things you are seeing. They were just new. They are not doing people favor. Because you pay them money, they take care of you like this thing. But where they will train you with the fear of God is all those schools, Methodists, Baptists. Because the church that started before, they started with the fear of the Lord. You think king will just allow things that doesn't work to remain in the... No. They have their own method. And that is the reason. Up till now, you can never see them preaching about prosperity. What they will preach to you is work. You can never see them preaching about anything than love and empathy in those churches. I knew them. I have been to so many of those churches. You can never see them. They will preach about love, empathy, prosperity, and that is why I preach to the President of the United States. The empathy is only where you can survive the legacy that God is going to give you. Because if you see a leader that say, I don't care, I don't give a damn, I want them to die in Nigeria, then what you are doing to yourself is that you are not going to lay a good legacy. Thank God you are building a legacy for yourself. And that is what I want for Bola Ahmed Tinubu to build a sustainable legacy for himself. You think that if let God, if I was recognized for that sexy agriculture, it doesn't make a legacy. It make a legacy among the youth and among the Adeyemi family. They will realize that because they are being lukewarm, they have stopped following the government up, and the Oyo Empire remain the center of rejection and hatred now. Will they laughing wo will they buy? So that whenever you go now, they say, oh, they will nothing will. And that is not the identity. Let's change the identity. Let's change the theory now. My name still remains SustainableG Afolabi Oluwadeyemi. Please, don't forget what I tell you. Don't forget that the presence of God is mighty on that Yoruba land. I don't think Trump is coming because of anything than the prophecy to come to pass. Than the prophecy to come to pass. It's a prophecy on this platform. Go back to 2 years ago and watch all the program. Thank you. God bless you. My name still remains SustainableG Afolabi Oluwadeyemi Sunday, the author of the Lord Law School. This is a book. All this I'm doing is a book. All this thing I'm doing is a reference. Just like say you bring out a disc, Tanimola, and people are sending me tracks. It's not about tracks. Bring it. Even I will turn it to by next week so that the stake will be high. It's about £200 per one CD. So if I can get 10, then I'm okay. Why? It's not because I don't have it. It's because I want people to know that all this thing is written. Then I will now tell you the story that bring out what I'm saying about it. Thank you. God bless you in Jesus' name. Thank you. God bless you.